So, have you ever wondered if you can actually eat alone in Korea? It's a question that seriously trips up a lot of travelers. And if you look online, you'll find all sorts of conflicting advice. Well, today, we're going to get to the bottom of it. We are going to break down exactly what you need to know to dine solo in Korea with total confidence. So, what's the real story here? Is walking into a restaurant by yourself in Seoul going to be totally fine? Or are you setting yourself up for a super awkward moment? Let's figure it out. Okay, first things first, let's just bust the biggest myth right now. The idea that solo dining is some kind of cultural taboo, it's just not true. The reality is actually much, much simpler and way more practical. It has almost nothing to do with culture and everything to do with how a specific restaurant is physically set up. So let's start by kind of reframing how we think about this. Don't picture Korea as just one giant dining scene where one rule applies everywhere. It's not like that at all. It's more like a patchwork of all these different restaurant types. So the question, can I eat alone? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's all about where you decide to go. This quote right here just nails it. You're not breaking some unspoken social rule. It's really just about matching what you need, a meal for one person, with the right kind of place. So let's take a closer look at what that patchwork actually looks like, shall we? And this little guide breaks it down perfectly. On the left, you've got your go for it spots. These are your solo dining safe zones. Think quick, individual-focused places like kimbap shops or those amazing soup restaurants. But on the right, well, that's the proceed with caution column. This is where you'll find places like Korean BBQ, which, let's be honest, is almost always designed for groups. All right, so now let's get into the why. Why are those places in the caution column so tricky for someone dining alone? It all boils down to one central idea, the shared plate rule. If you can get your head around this, everything else makes perfect sense. Here it is, the big secret. The awkwardness you might feel, it's not personal, it's logistical. It happens when you walk into a restaurant that is fundamentally designed for sharing. Let's break down the three main ways this happens: shared heat, shared portions, and shared time. First up, shared heat. Just picture a classic Korean barbecue joint in your mind. The grill is literally built into the middle of the table. The whole entire experience is designed for a group together around that one heat source, cooking and eating together. So you can see how one person taking up an entire grill table, it just doesn't quite fit the model. Next, you've got shared portions. This is a big one. A lot of incredible Korean dishes, like a massive bubbling pot of stew called jeongol, or a set menu for BBQ, they're pre-portioned for at least two people. The kitchen literally can't or won't make a half-size version. It's that simple. It's just how the menu is designed. And finally, there's shared time. These are places, often called drinking houses or soljip, where the food is really just a co-star. The main event is the social experience, drinking and talking for hours. Their whole business model counts on groups hanging out for a long time, ordering round after round. A single diner just doesn't really fit into that flow. Okay, so now you get the why. So let's get practical. How can you pretty much guarantee a great meal for one? Well, it all comes down to a super simple 4-step playbook you can use every single time. Here's your strategy. 1. Before you even go in, check the menu outside. Look for single-serving dishes. 2. Peek inside. Do you see small tables or counter seats? Those are golden signs. 3. Think about the time of day. A super busy restaurant is way less likely to give a big table to one person. And finally, number 4, and this is key, always have a plan B. Know a solo-friendly soup or kimbap place nearby, just in case. And honestly, that point about timing, it can be a real game changer. Trying to get a table at a popular spot at 1 in the afternoon might be a struggle, but going at 3 o'clock, it could be a totally different, way more relaxed experience. Timing is your secret weapon. So let's boil all this down to one key idea. If you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. This is the simple secret that really unlocks successful solo dining in Korea. See, the problem was never you. It was never about culture. It was simply a mismatch between what you wanted, a meal for one, and how the restaurant was built for a group. The second you learn to spot that design before you walk in, you eliminate the mismatch, and you eliminate the awkwardness. It's that easy. So now you have the playbook. That whole patchwork of Korean dining is open for you to explore. It's not about what you're allowed to do, it's about making a smart choice. So the only question left is, where are you going to go confidently for your first solo meal?